I lost my ability to breastfeed my premature infants because of how this institution is designed. This institution gave me less rights than I had at my first job with my first baby.
Is Minnesota Republican State Senator Julia Coleman testifying before the Minnesota Senate Rules Committee last week in favor of a rule change that's going to be voted on Wednesday that would allow senators to be allowed to bring their children onto the Minnesota Senate floor to feed and care for them. And joining me right now is Senator Coleman, thank you so much, and also Senator Oumou Verbeten and Leo,
yes.
Our special guest, and we might start with Leo because Leo was the latest incident. Leo and you were actually escorted off the Senate floor, Senator. Can you explain what happened?
Yeah, so, like a lot of parents, we had to figure out childcare that day. He was sick, and I needed to bring him with me to work. Brought him onto the floor. He did really well, but we were told he needed to leave because our kids aren't allowed on the Senate floor, so we were escorted off.
You saw this happening, and you saw her being walked off the Senate floor with the baby. We heard you talk about the fact that their breastfeeding opportunities were slight. There's a state law, and we've got the law right here that requires employers to provide a space and time for people to breastfeed and to pump. How can that not be happening at the Minnesota Senate?
There is space in the Senate, but if I want to continue voting, that is not an option for either of us, and which is why the clip you saw that I lost my ability to breastfeed my babies. The message we're finding for mothers who have small infants is if you want to participate, you need to stay home and vote remotely, which means the people who voted for you do not get a voice that day.
And I think mothers will know that if you do stop pumping and feeding your baby, you will lose the ability to breastfeed. Senator Oumou Verbeten, this is going to be up for a vote for the entire Senate. And you're not sure it's going to pass, and neither is Senator Coleman. Why is that? I mean, how can somebody say no to Leo?
Exactly. Look at this face. The Senate has always been different from the House. It's seen as having a little more decorum, being the kind of more mature body. We couldn't even drink water on the Senate floor until the year that I got in, was sworn in 2023. So while children have been really welcomed in the House for a long time, the Senate's been different. It's a big change.
So if these ladies were in the House, they're not there in the Senate, they could have a baby on, you could be holding your sick child. Your thoughts about that, because you went through it, you had 3 kids right in a row there, singleton and twins. What was that like for you in terms of trying to juggle all that with not knowing that this door was shut to you?
At the time, I was the youngest woman in the Senate, and I was the only one with small infants, 2 at the time, plus a 1-year-old. And so I felt I had to prove I could do it. And then when I saw a new batch of women come in and having babies, I thought, just because I had to go through it doesn't mean they have to. We have to make sure that the Senate is welcoming and all people can participate. And it was designed before people like Senators Oumou Verbeten and I could even serve.
Well, you mentioned Senator Oumou Verbeten, the decorum. The bottom line is there weren't young women, young mothers, giving birth and having babies and also a career at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. What do you think in terms of this is going to be a vote on the Senate floor, folks? So if you have any opinions on this, let your legislator know, certainly let the senators know. What do you think? What are Republicans saying?
There are a number of young fathers within my caucus that certainly...
And they have to deal with this too.
Absolutely, are certainly supportive of the change. I think we're going to see bipartisan support and opposition. I think we're going to kind of see old guard versus young wave of parents. But some of the concerns cited are something as simple as space. I don't think that's more important than holding space for all people in Minnesota being able to be elected and serve.
All right. I know one of the things that has come up are hiccups in childcare, which I never had hiccups in childcare. Not. I mean, everybody can relate to this who has a child. And we've got a picture of your little guy. There he is.
3 years old.
3 years old. He's at the door of the Senate floor, and he's been told by you not to move. What happened?
We had our nanny's car breakdown that day, and so he had to come with me, and I had to get on his level at 3 years old and say, Mommy has to go in and vote, and you can't come with me. And he was terrified. At the time, public had access to some of the hallways, and I'm lucky it was the Senate photographer that came across him, and not a member or a stranger. Bless you, little man. And so it's just absolutely ridiculous that I can't just take him with me and go vote or say a couple words on behalf of my constituents without having to be walked off.
You know, this happens, this is allowed on the House floor, and I've never, ever noticed it disrupting it in any way.
Exactly.
Is that something that your House colleagues have been sharing?
Yeah, and also, like, there's something about when, especially babies, but just kids are around, I think brightens the mood. People were really happy to see him. I'm always happy to see other kids. I'm grateful for folks like Representative Mira, who had her baby, I think, almost every day with her on the House floor last year. I think it's a good thing for us to just be a more family-friendly institution.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I want to thank both of you for coming. I want to thank Leo for coming. I want to thank your husband for coming. Thank you in the background. Wasn't needed. You did perfectly well, but you ladies should be really proud of yourself. I mean, you should be really proud of yourself. It's hard for me to believe that this is a story we're doing in 2025 because I had babies 30 years ago, and it should be different. But anyway, thank you both, and Leo, you're adorable. So.